Greetings, Tigers! We are so excited to have you here with us for the ring ceremony. Did you know that the Alumni Association is more than a resource for the Clemson ring? We are your lifelong connection to Clemson, before and after graduation. We keep you informed on what's happening on campus and how your local community is connected to Clemson. In fact, we have more than 75 alumni groups across the country that you can become involved with. No matter where you are or where you end up, we have ways to connect you with other Tigers. We're also the keepers of Clemson's time-honored traditions, from homecoming to the Tiger Paw $2 bills, from the Welcome Back Festival to the Young Alumni Reunions. The Clemson Alumni Association helps to keep those rich Clemson family traditions alive. We're always celebrating our alumni, too. From Master Teacher and the Roaring Ten Alumni Awards, the Distinguished Service Award, and Honorary Alumni, the Clemson Alumni Association recognizes individuals who exude the essence of Clemson. We hope you'll always keep your contact information up to date with us so we can tell you about all the ways you can stay connected, keep involved, and, of course, when to come back home to Clemson for special celebrations. Don't forget to check out our social media sites where you can stay up to date with all things Clemson. Just search for Clemson Alumni on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can learn all about the Clemson Alumni Association at clemson.edu/alumni. Congratulations on receiving your Clemson ring, and go Tigers!
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Will Brazington, member of the class of 2000 and the Chief Executive Officer of the Clemson Alumni Association, and it is my honor to welcome you to the Clemson Ring Ceremony. As you will hear throughout today's ceremony, the Clemson Ring is not only a symbol of personal accomplishment, it is also a call for personal action in service to others and to our alma mater. The Clemson rings that you will receive today come with an awesome responsibility. A responsibility to others, to Clemson, and to yourselves. Members of the Pershing Rifles will bring forward the rings for this ceremony. They will be led by the Clemson Corps, an Alumni Association affinity group whose mission is to keep the tradition alive by supporting our military-connected students and developing opportunities to commemorate the proud military heritage of our great university. Would you please rise as the rings are presented?
You may be seated. Wow, that's a lot of people. Good morning. My name is Wesley Minnow, and you can't see him now, but this is my service dog, Brooks. Hey, sit, stay, don't do anything. Good boy. Okay. I am an Army combat veteran, a senior civil engineering student, and a member of Student Veteran Association. We are grateful and honored to have Clemson cadets and the Clemson Corps serve as the bearers of the Clemson Ring for presentation today. As part of today's program, you will learn about the history and traditions of the Clemson Ring, beginning with the first graduating class in 1896 when Clemson was a military college. Cadets became the first students to wear the Clemson Ring and the first Clemson alumni to showcase to the world the qualities and the ideals that the Clemson Ring represents. The cadets here today remind us of the unbroken connection that now spans 130 years between our university's distinguished military heritage and our beautiful Clemson Ring. Today's program also will focus on a profound question that is the fundamental foundation to the character of Clemson students and alumni, carved in stone on our campus, which is featured in Memorial Park near the Scroll of Honor Memorial. The question is, how will you serve? And while the answer is personal and different for each one of us, it is especially significant for all who wear the Clemson Ring. We will challenge you today to begin your own reflection on what this very important question means to you as you prepare to leave Clemson and begin to make your unique impact on the world. Congratulations as you embark on the next phase of your Clemson journey, carrying with you the profound symbolism and rich tradition encapsulated within the Clemson Ring, a beacon of honor, resilience, and the unwavering commitment to serve both within our beloved university community and beyond. Go Tigers.
My thoughts often wander through these upper South Carolina hills that shelter the university that forms a common bond for many thousands of people who have studied here, or taught here, or worked here. There's something in these hills that has touched every one of them, something that has rubbed off on them in varying degrees, something that is built within the breasts of all Clemson men and women, an enduring spark akin to an eternal pride. There's something in these hills. It was here when a handful of fledgling faculty members greeted a relatively small band of 446 students more than 100 years ago. That was shortly after convict labor had completed an administration building and clock tower that still dominate these Blue Ridge foothills with a timelessness and serenity that impart inspiration and strength anew each time they are looked upon. There's something in these hills that has endeared itself to an endless procession of administrators, teachers, students, secretaries, and workmen. Hundreds of names pass through my consciousness, names of people who gave selflessly of themselves to build the institution nestled here, and who at one and the same time mined the priceless something the hills contain, and returned to them still more of it. There's something in these hills, and from them we have drawn the power to transcend the stresses and strains that tug away to make things come unglued in these disquieting times. The power to cut through such modern concepts and such modern facts as generation gaps, communication gaps, and ideological gaps. There's something in these hills that has bound together a man of over 90 and a woman under 20. Something that has given them a common ground on which to stand and a start toward bridging and eliminating any gap or any stress or any strain that might try to make unglued whatever they seek for themselves as they move out of these hills into the mountains, the plains, the oceans, the forests, the skies, and the storms of life. There is something in these hills that you and I can't define and others can't understand. A wave of warmth always surges through me when outsiders say, I don't know what it is about you Clemson people, but your undying love for Clemson is admired by everyone I know. There's something in these hills, and I suspect that's what it is. The ability of an institution through the unending dedication and greatness of its people, its administration, its faculty, its staff, its students, and alumni to impart to all it touches a respect, an admiration, an affection that stands firm in disquieting times, when things around it give impressions of coming unglued. There is something in these hills that brings together and binds together and holds together
men and women of all persuasions,
of all heights, sizes, weights, and cultural backgrounds.
Something that cuts across every difference, spans every gap, penetrates every wall.
Something that makes a man or a woman stand taller, feel better, and say with a high pride to all within earshot,
I
went to Clemson.
Good morning. My name is Thomas Holstein, and I am the Vice President of the Clemson Student Alumni Council. It is an honor to be with each of you today as you participate in one of Clemson's greatest traditions. Placing the Clemson ring on your finger today not only signifies that you are close to graduation, it is a forever reminder of your time, your life, and your experiences while you are on Clemson's campus. It will forever be an introduction to the many alumni you will meet throughout your life after you have crossed a future stage to receive your Clemson diploma. It will forever connect you to Clemson and to each other. It will forever remind you of the importance of loyalty and service. When we began our Clemson journey a few years ago, our next speaker was in charge of making sure we would get a fantastic education in his role as the university's chief academic officer. Now, as we prepare to receive our Clemson rings, we have the unique opportunity to celebrate with him as the university's interim president. Dr. Bob Jones is a two-time Clemson graduate, earning a bachelor's degree in 1979 in forest management and a master's degree in 1981 in forestry. His doctorate in forest ecology is from Syracuse, but note that even then he went to a school that has orange as his primary color. In 2014, Dr. Jones returned to Clemson to become the university's first executive vice president for academic affairs and provost. After more than a decade of impactful leadership in that role, he was ready to retire. However, the Board of Trustees had something else in mind. They asked him to serve as interim president during the presidential search that is currently underway. And being an ever-loyal and faithful alumnus, he agreed. Dr. Jones, thank you for your long-standing commitment to Clemson. Please help me in welcoming Clemson University's interim president, Bob Jones, to the stage.
Thank you, Thomas, for that wonderful introduction. Good morning, everybody, and go Tigers. Hey, I didn't hear it. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. All right. Thank you all for being here on this beautiful day and this wonderful ceremony. Will you please help me thank Carly Rivetti and Thomas Holstein for their service as president and vice president of the Student Alumni Council. I appreciate their leadership in the important work that they do. And I thank you, Wes Menno, U.S. Army veteran and member of our Student Veterans Association, and to your service, Dog Brooks. Thank you so much. I also want to thank the chairs for the ring ceremony, William Eccles and Reagan O'Shea, along with SAC staff advisor, Ollie Friend. I know they put a lot of work into this. Will you please help me thank them and all the other students that worked so hard to make today special. And I also want to thank Will Brasington, the Chief Executive Officer of the Alumni Association, and Dr. Kimberly Poole, the Associate Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students. Thank you both for your leadership. I would now like to ask anyone in the arena who has served and those who are currently serving in our armed forces to please stand or raise your hand and be recognized. Thank you for your service. I'm really honored to be here today with each of you on this very special day, your ring ceremony. The ring ceremony is an amazing Clemson tradition, and it is always a special day, but it also holds special meaning for me. As you heard earlier, I'm a proud two-time Clemson graduate, and I'm honored to wear my Clemson ring today as I present each of you with your Clemson ring. Today is an important milestone on your journey here at Clemson. For many of you, that journey started with freshman convocation or graduate student convocation. And it will continue while you receive your diploma and graduate from one of the best, and in my opinion, the very best of the universities in the country. But what does this day, ring day, actually signify? Well, first, it means that you have successfully completed at least 90 credit hours of academic work towards earning your degree for our undergraduate students, or that you have completed at least half of your program for our graduate students. So please, pat yourself on the back. That's quite an accomplishment. And students, the majority of your college career is now behind you, and the end is in sight. It means that you have chosen a major field of study and a career path that you will follow. Your future beyond Clemson as an independent, self-sufficient individual is taking shape. And parents, I know that you are very happy about that, and we thank you for your support. Will all of you please help me thank the parents, the family, the friends who are here today for all of their support, love, and encouragement. Finally, many of you will leave this ring ceremony absolutely determined to make the best possible use of every minute you still have left at Clemson. I felt that way during my senior year here as well. Savor this time. Use it wisely, and make it meaningful. You'll never have a better chance to learn so much from so many different people as you have on this campus. There are people here from all different walks of life. Take advantage and learn from them during your remaining time here at Clemson. Wear your ring with great pride and with the understanding that upon your graduation, you will join a family of more than 196,000 living alumni worldwide, very shortly to be over 200,000. This is an opportunity, but it's also a responsibility. You will be ambassadors for Clemson wherever you travel. I'm counting on you to always represent our university values, such as integrity, respect, and self-reliance. Your ring will be a conversation starter and will open doors for you. And soon you'll be able to add your story to the ring stories that we will be hearing today. It's truly an honor for me to be present and to present you with your Clemson ring. Congratulations again, and thank you for inviting me to be part of your journey here at Clemson. And go Tigers!
Thank you, President Jones, for your continued leadership of our beloved alma mater. Our team at the Clemson Alumni Association, along with the Student Alumni Council, has been working diligently to make this very special day for all of you who are here this morning. Students, you have already created many wonderful memories at Clemson that you will hold dear for the rest of your life. And today, we celebrate a remarkable milestone in your Clemson journey that is unlike any that you have experienced so far. Today, each of you joins the more than 196,000 living alumni around the world who have earned the right to wear the Clemson ring. To the parents and guests of those being honored today, we thank you for taking the time to experience this special moment with your student. The Clemson Alumni Association is proud to host the ring ceremony as part of our ongoing mission to celebrate and enhance the lifelong connections that define the Clemson experience. We're here to serve and enable all who love Clemson to remain actively involved in the advancement of the university. Furthermore, we're committed to helping alumni remain ever loyal to Clemson and to elevating and celebrating the many contributions that Clemson alumni make in service to others. Best of all, your Alumni Association unites all who proudly wear the Clemson ring in celebrating our special kinship. Nothing symbolizes the connection we share more beautifully or more powerfully than the Clemson ring. Over time, the Clemson ring has changed a little, but its tradition has always remained the same. And now, you too are a part of that tradition, and more importantly, its future.
Your ring tells a story of the journey you took to get here, the dreams, the sacrifices, the grit. Your ring tells a story of opportunity, of newly opened doors. Your key, a game changer, a career starter, a conduit to success. Your ring tells a story of legacy, the history of those who came before you, those who dared to be extraordinary in their pursuit of excellence. Your ring tells a story of selfless service, of wars fought and battles won, the thousands of bold men and women who risked it all and didn't hesitate to do so. Your ring tells a story of the dreamers and doers, the ones who dare to change the status quo, the students who become professionals, the interns who become experts, the leaders who become heroes. Your ring tells a story of kinship, of an unspoken bond. This is what family feels like. Our alma mater runs deep. This unwavering connectedness survives in a world that can easily divide us. Who shall separate us now? No one. Your ring tells a story of the person wearing it now and the person wearing it 100 years ago. A lifelong network of family. Your ring tells a story of humble beginnings. The first ring formed and cut in 1896. The evolution of this small but mighty silver and gold Taurus. The updates, the upgrades, the tributes, the honor, the eagle of peace, the palmetto, the star, the hope. Dum spiro spero spes. As long as you have breath, you can fight on. Your ring tells a story of Clemson pride, of homegrown glory, unstoppable Tigers, of championships won and victories to come. Your ring tells your story, your journey to get here, your blueprint for success. Your ring is your family, your link to the past, present, and future of Clemson. Your friends, your classmates, your people. It's so much more than a ring. It's your story, a part of who you are. It is your part of our story. Wear it with pride. Tiger pride.
Good morning. My name is Carly Ravetti, and I'm the president of Student Alumni Council. It is my pleasure to join you on such a special occasion. As students, we have bonded together as a true family. Today, we will strengthen that bond by joining together in wearing the Clemson ring. Along with graduation, this will be one of the most important moments of your college or graduate career. I hope you will cherish it as much as I will when I receive my ring. In addition to the video we just saw, I want to point out something else that is especially interesting about today's presentation. When you walk across this stage in a few moments, inside the white box you will receive, you'll find a wooden box that contains your ring. The box that holds your ring was made from the wood of trees that once thrived on Clemson's campus. These trees, many of which fell due to old aging root systems, spent many years as the canopy of our campus that we all walked under at one time or another. May this box, as well as your ring, forever bring you fond memories of the special times you experienced at Clemson. For it is truly an uncommon experience to be a Clemson student, and it is truly an uncommon honor to wear the Clemson ring. For one Clemson alumnus, this ring literally saved his life. The late General Ben Scardin was a member of Clemson's class of 1938. Following a distinguished military career, he returned to Clemson as a professor of English. During that second career, Clemson students selected him as the Alumni Master Teacher in 1977. In 2002, he received the Alumni Association's highest award for distinguished service, and in 2020, he received the university's highest public honor, the Clemson Medallion. And shortly before his passing, he received an honorary promotion to the rank of Brigadier General. Today, we are honored to have the opportunity to hear his amazing story and how his Clemson ring literally saved his life.
For years, the Tigers who came before you have heard the story of Colonel Ben Scardin, a Clemson graduate who bravely fought in World War II. He became a prisoner of war, forced to participate in the Bataan Death March after the 3-month Battle of Bataan in April 1942. More than 60,000 American and Filipino troops were made to march through the country while suffering extraordinary physical abuse. And it's estimated that 1/3 of the prisoners died. If not for his Clemson ring, Colonel Scardin would have been one of them. This is his story.
The Bataan Death March occurred at the surrender of the American Filipino forces in April of 1942 on the Bataan Peninsula. And so we soon realized as we made the march that the guards were looking for rings, watches. I took my ring off and I rolled it up in my sleeve, I believe. From then on, I became very, very protective of the ring. Never to pull it out and look at it or anything else, but I knew where it was. I was in very, very bad health in prison camp, and there was no medicine, no way of improving your health. And then when it got to where I was going to have to be put over in what they call the hospital area in the zero ward, because that's where they took people that couldn't do anything for us, and no one ever returned from there. Henry Otis took care of me. Otis was able to let it be known that he knew of a gold ring was for trade for food, and they mixed up chicken and rice, and they spoon-fed me because I couldn't see very well for one thing. But I responded to that so well, my appetite was restored, and I was whole again, so to speak. Well, I've often thought about my little gold ring, which I'd hidden for so long, and I had no qualms about turning it over to Otis for this exchange because there was nothing else that could be done. But I've always thought about that ring, and when I was married in 1947, my wife, as a engagement present had my brother, who was a Clemson graduate, replace the ring. And I've had it ever since, naturally, and take a great pride and glory in having a ring that fits and one that I'm very, very proud of.
As you receive your ring today, you will go forward to create your own unique story. You too will face your own challenges and triumphs. And while we can't imagine what some of the Tigers before us have endured, know this: these rings will continue to bind us together and make us all stronger, year after year.
Wow, such an incredible story about a great American and Clemson legend, General Ben Scardin. How will you serve? The centerpiece of Memorial Park, the cornerstone of a successful life. The video we just saw referenced General Ben Scardin, who was asked to speak on the topic of service during the May of 2012 dedication of Memorial Park. His remarks included a guide, perhaps even a challenge, for how each of us should view our relationship with Clemson. He noted that Memorial Park is dedicated to Clemson alumni in all professions, industries, and roles in society who have served to improve the quality of life and to protect our freedoms. And then Scardin added this observation. He said, Clemson University is an extension of the vision of its planners and administrators and the talents and gifts of its graduates and friends. As an English professor, General Scardin chose his words very carefully. Note that he did not say that we are an extension of Clemson. He said that Clemson is an extension of us. Clemson does not define who we are as individuals, nor the impact that we will have on the world, but rather we define Clemson's impact by how we as Clemson alumni use our talents and gifts to help others and to make the world a better place. Students, we hope that each time you look at the Clemson ring on your finger from this day forward, you will recall General Scardin's message, and that your Clemson ring will become a constant reminder and motivation to use your Clemson education, your Clemson experience, and your Clemson spirit to be of service to others wherever you may go in life. Now, it is time to celebrate and to recognize each of you as you join those who have earned the right to wear the Clemson ring. Whether you're preparing to complete your time at Clemson as an undergraduate student, whether you're completing your graduate degree, or returning to dear old Clemson as an alumnus or alumna, on behalf of your Clemson Alumni Association and indeed the entire Clemson family, we applaud you for this impressive accomplishment. Guests, we ask that you please hold your celebrations until the end of the ceremony so that every student's name can be heard when called. We are thrilled to have President Jones to present the rings to each student, as well as Associate Vice President of Student Affairs and the Dean of Students, Kimberly Poole, to congratulate each of our honorees as they cross the ramp. And now, without further ado, we will begin the presentation of class rings.
Wes Minnow. Aliyah Abdelwahab. Emma Abraham. James Abramo. Cole Abrams. Lindsay Acker. Shannon Ackerley. Ben Akis. Walt Adair. Ashley Adams. Braylee Adams. Isaac Adams. Ava Diggins. Martin Banks. Fauz Edayinka. Hamina Aguilar. Hannah Ahmad. Noah Ainsworth. Julia Accra. Neely Albert. Elizabeth Alcorn. Abdallah Aldabaiba. Sadine Aldabaiba. Caitlin Aldrich. Mary Elizabeth Alessio. Callie Cuvilio. Andy Alexander. Catherine Alexander. Kinder Alexander. Landon Alexander. Madison Alexander. Riley Alexander. Cameron Allen. John Allen. Sam Allen. Wesley Allen. Alyssa Almaguer. Carly Almond. Abigail Alott. Thomas Alter. Casey Anderson. Janiyah Anderson. John Anderson. Kendall Anderson. Mia Anderson. Reagan Anderson. Sydney Anderson. Zachary Anderson. Amanda Andriano. Delaney Andrejchuk. Eva Andrus. Gianna Angus. Rachel Aniello. Kaylin Antley. Bella Antonelli. Olivia Anyanwu. Teresa Anibuno. Emily Apostolico. Rebecca Arambalo. John Archidiacono. Caitlin Aravalo. Monica Arizmendi. Sayana Arnder. Claire Arnold. Sabrina Astol. Annabella Atienza. Caitlin Augsperger. Addison Osrud. Darby Alston. Nicole Alston. Ellie Autry. Paris Avery. Madeline Axon. Patricio Ayala. Jana Bagwell. Lainey Baum. Shelby Byer. Addison Baird. Carly Baker. Daniel Baldoff. Delaney Baldoff.
Eric Baldwin, Bryson Ballantyne, Addison Ball, Caitlin Ballard, Hank Ballard, Gabriela Baeza, Samuel Bengert, Gunnar Banks, Matthew Barbera, Aiden Barfield, Katie Barger, Peyton Barger, Bailey Barnes, Braynon Barnhill, Francesca Barato, Peyton Barrett, Colton Berry, Henry Bartolome Felipe, Madison Barton, Sadie Bartunik, Sarah Bissell, Mary Mac Bauer, Allison Baxter, Audrey Beard, Carter Biesenberg, Caroline Beatty, Kendall Beatty, Lillian Beatty, Angelina Bashir, Kate Beckel, Madeline Beckman, Garrett Bejan, Aiden Belanger, Anissa Belarbi, Lola Benavente, Lauren Benedict, Jake Bennett, Meredith Bennett, Lindsay Benowitz, Eileen Burgeon, Charles Bergman, Fatima Berlanga Molina, Matthias Becker, Amelia Butts, Camlin Bavakwa, Riley Byer, Isabella Bianchini, Michael Bickle, Nathaniel Birchfield, Elijah Bishop, Elise Blackburn, Caitlin Blavitz, William Blair, Christopher Blake, Eric Blanchard, Michaela Blyfield, Melissa Bluen, Bailey Boatwright, Mackenzie Bodkin, Bryn Bodman, Cameron Borst, Cecilia Bogda, Addison Boggs, Martha Glenn Boggs, Nora Bohannon, Jacob Bolig, Mia Bolin, Kira Bollinger, Jen Bond, Grace Bonney, Samuel Bonnet, Juliana Bono, Jonah Booker, Emily Boone, Mia Borcherding, Catherine Borden, Lindsay Borja, Tony Bossman, Connor Bossy, Jayla Bostic, Julianne Bott, Noah Budoff. Angelina Borsier. Benjamin Bowen. AJ Bowles. Anna Bowman. Luke Bowman. Dylan Boyce. Elizabeth Boyd. Ava Boyle. Sarah Bracey. Tyler Brackett. Julia Bradford. Jillian Brand. Clara Branham. Lydia Branham. Wesley Brannon. Lauren Broadus. Peter Braxton. Peyton Brazel. Grace Brenner. Hayes Brewer. Matthew Brewer. Kiana Bryce. DeClaine Bridges. Michaela Bridges. Ava Bright. Janelle Ann Bright. Demi Brinkley. Avery Brock. Savannah Broder. Amelia Bromham. Carson Brooks. Jordan Brooks. Amy Broom. Carson Broom. Alex Brusso. Allie Brown. Bryce Brown. Caroline Brown. Danielle Brown. Elizabeth Brown. John Brown. Mary Claire Brown. Nathan Brown. Nicholas Brown. Sarah Grace Brown. Tatiana Brown. Taylor Brown. Trista Brown. Reese Brozak. Emily Brooks. Amelia Bruyer. Elias Bryan. Chloe Bryant. Kara Buckley. Dalton Busey. William Buford. Morgan Bowman. Beth Burant. Benjamin Birch. Gracie Burdette. Jenna Kate Burgess. Nyala Burke. Ryan Burke.
Elena
Burks, Nathan Burnett, Josh Burns, Natasha Burns, Landon Burr, Justin Burrows, Amelie Burrow, Oliver Bush, Grant Bushy, Brooke Busser, Vi Bussey, Alex Bussman, Emery Budahorn, Ryan Butler, Bryson Bird, Emily Byrne, Samantha Cabo, Talia Cabral, Andrew Cad, Joshua Cade, Ellie Kane, Lily Calabrese, Daryl Calhoun, David Calixio Moreno, Faith Calloway, Lux Kalo, Jada Cowell, Jake Camp, Ashley Campagna, Samantha Campanella, Carly Campbell, Katea Campbell, Katie Cancro, Taylor Candler, Karis Canepa, Lily Francis Can, Allie Cannon, Mahala Cannon, Reagan Cantley, Colby Cantrell, Courtney Capasto, Emily Karanatmata, Emily Carey, Caroline Carlson, Sarah Carlson, Shelby Carney, Avery Caraher, Jordan Coretta, Brendan Carroll, Abby Carson, Addison Carter, Emma Carter, Emma Carter, Henry Carter, Hannah Cartwright, Joseph Caruso, Isadora Carvajal, Riley Case, Abigail Casey, J.D. Cash, Natalie Cash, Nicholas Cashin, Devin Casper, Kinsley Cassidy, Abigail Cassidy, Lane Cassidy, Savannah Cassidy, Sebastian Casaneta Riviera, Mason Castellan,
David Kate. Connor Colble. Reed Calder. Douglas Cabin. Gustavo Cadena Mercado. Ella Cesario. Catherine Chacharone. Timothy Chalmers. Alyssa Chambers. Riley Chambers. Jaya Chandler. Kara Checchio. Chris Chinali. Claire Cherry. Annabella Cheser. Sophia Chinella. Elizabeth Chin. Madison Chisholm. Jordan Camille. Liv Christensen. Maisie Christmas. Brooke Ciabatoni. Colin C. Marino. Lucia Surfaco. Caroline Claypex. Owen Clark. Sarah Clark. Bree Clark. Nicholas Clark. Redding Clark. Madison Clary. Lily Clayton. Logan Clements. Madison Cleveland. Chase Klickner. West Clifton. Kaylee Coakley. Parker Cody. Caroline Coffey. Olivia Coffey. Michael Coggin. Hayden Coggins. Joseph Coker. Adrian Coliani. Anthony Colella. McCoy Collier. Sydney Collier. Aiden Collins. Jenna Collins. Mason Collins. Ryan Collins. Julia Collier. Jordan Colombo. Maggie Colvin. Declan Concannon. Madison Colgaton. Lily Connolly. Abby Conrad. Rayanne Conrad. Campbell Cook. Jordan Cook. Matthew Cook. Thomas Cook. Grace Cook. Deanna Cooper. Sarah Cooper. William Cooper. Mary Corbin. Isabella Corbett. Charlotte Corbett. Justin Corbett. Callie Costa. Olivia Costello. Katie Cothran. Stephen Cothran. Emily Coulter. Avery Covington. Riley Cowan. Esther Coward. Hannah Cox. Timothy Cox. Sophia Coyle. Catherine Coyne. Megan Kramer. Anna Creech. Emma Creech. Kayla Creech. Adriana Crespo. Julia Cresswell. Bentley Cribb. Madeline Chris. Mia Crisadero. Jacob Criswell. Samantha Crittenden. Ella Crocker. Sudie Cromer. Reed Crosby. Casey Crowder. Ryan Crowley. Sam Crown. Aaron Cruz Chavez. Tommy Cudd. Ethan Culbertson. Olivia Cullum.
Abigail Cumby. Julia Cumming. Casey Cummings. Lauren Kuniko. Caitlin Cunningham. Kendall Cunningham. Marin Cunningham. Isabella Kuzo. Bailey Curran. Cameron Curry. Millie Curtis. Hannah Casati. Sophia Delonzo. Cooper D'Ambrosio. Greg Days. Jack Dahlia. Julia Dalrymple. Bridget Daly. Andrew Dameron. Connor Dampier. Nick Dancer. Kira Daniker. Nancy Dargan, Kate Darling, Aditi Das, Matthew Davidson, Edilberto De Villa, Alec Davis, Ashley Davis, Carson Davis, Michael Davis, Alan Dayrit, Cordelia De La Garza, Alexandra Damaria, Emma Decker, Blaze Deadman, Peyton Dietz, Gianna DeFlavia, William Dietz, Gabrielle De Bosque, Campbell Delaney, Kendall Delaney, Olivia Delcom, Poppy De La Zuriga, Michaela Deemer, Lindsay Demerigian, Caleb Dempsey, Kelly Dempsey, Marissa Dennis, Regina Denson, Cooper Denny, Brendan Desjardins, Rachel Devan, Caleb DeWitt, Sophia DeSisto, Angie Diaz, Shayla Dickerson, Gabrielle Dixon, Thomas Dixon, Sheridan Deal, Farah Dirkheising, Maxwell DiGregoli, Abby Dill, Casey Demery, Nate Dion, Colin DiPasquale, Sydney Devine, Michael Dixon, Ryan DeBlato, Hannah Docabo, Ella Dodd, Logan Dodge, Sky Dodge, Elizabeth Dolan, Alyssa Delina, Bella Donahue, Jacob Donald, Madeline Danielle, Madison Donofrio, Grady Donahue, Romina Dotson, Ryan J. Dott, Caitlin Douglas, Anna Dove, Shelby Downer, David Doyle, Jake Dozier, Gabrielle Drazen, Molly Kate Drake, Emily Dresbach, Karen Eve Driggers, Emery Driver, Paxton Drudge, Malia Duag, Stephen Duell, Erica Duffin, Emma Dugan, Elizabeth Dulaney, Lainey Duncan, Michael Dunnican, Caitlin Dupre, Dylan Durham, Jacqueline Duteau, Addison Dutton, David Dye, Isaiah Dye, Lucas Earls, Chase Eckerson, Julia Eckert, Colin Edwards, Kate Edwards, Lacey Edwards, Nicholas Efremov, Olivia Egan, Emma Isle, Tess Eisner, Grace Eklund, Samantha Eldred, Eliza Ellett, Micah Elliott, Justin Ellis, Kate Ellis, Noah Ellis, Ryan Ellis, Izzy Ellison, Caden Elrod, Daniel Ely, Reagan Emery, Nicholas Engel, Hannah Epley, Alexandra Ercolino, William Erickson, Lindsay Erskine, Alexandria Ertzberger, Stephen Etheridge, Sarah Etry, Patience Uten, Emily Evanoski, Jackson Evans, Mackenzie Evans, Mackenzie Evans, Bryce Everett, Jorge Fabregas, Alexander Facey, Mahaley Fail, Aiden Fair, Rose Faircloth, Ella Fails, Emily Farmer, Jackson Farrer, Chandler Fassett, Trevor Feemster, Taylor Felipe, Angel Felice Gomez, Aiden Fernandez, Chloe Fernstrom, Julia Ferrante, Emma Farrell, Leisha Farrell, Roan Ferris, Ava Furlet, Luke Fesler, Taylor Fetter, Allison Field, Molly Finan, Sophia Fiore, Clayton Fisher, Evan Fitch, Timothy Fitzsimmons, Andrew Fleming, Carly Fleming, Turner Fleming, Marin Flores, Ainsley Amay Flowers, Mason Flowers, Trenton Floyd, Nathan Fleury, Leanne Fonseca, Grayson Four, Olivia Fossbetter, Addie Grace Foster, Sydney Foster, Windsor Rose Fosique, Cutler Fowler, Macon Fowler, Catherine Foxworth, Charlie Foy, Jordan Frady, Madeline Frazier, Housley Freeland, Alston Freeman, McKenna French, Ryan Fresco, Andreas Freund, Caden Fritz, Molly Fugate, Macy Fuller, William Fullerton, Allie Filling, Anna Kammerer, Jenny Barton, Madison Boyd, Andrew Askins, Andrew Fields, William Bookert,
Congratulations. Congratulations to all of our brand new ring wearers. It is now my pleasure to introduce Deb Conklin, the chair of the Clemson Alumni Association Board of Directors, and invite her to close this morning's ceremony. Deb has a deeply personal and significant connection to the Clemson ring. Last year, through an incredible act of philanthropy, she made possible the Conklin Ring Gallery in our new Neary Family Alumni and Visitor Center. This interactive display houses our complete historical collection of Clemson class rings dating all the way back to the inaugural ring from 1896. It also operates as a living guest book of sorts, allowing alumni to commemorate their visit by signing their name alongside their degree and class year. And then earlier this year, she became the first One Clemson cornerstone donor by committing significant financial resources that impact our athletics program and the student experience at Clemson. In addition to supporting the James Conklin Scholarship Endowment, named for her father, and the women's lacrosse program, this gift also includes a significant impact to the Clemson Alumni Association, one that will strengthen our Clemson ring tradition by ensuring heightened and sustained support for this ring ceremony for years to come. Deb, thank you for your generosity and for being such a wonderful example of love for and loyalty to Clemson. Please help me welcome Clemson Alumni Association Chair Deb Conklin to the stage.
Thank you, Will. It's such an honor to be part of your special day in this ring ceremony. Students, we hope that you will leave here today totally understanding that wearing this ring comes with great responsibility. The Clemson family is unique. It's not like anything else in the world. The Clemson ring represents community. It starts conversations with people everywhere, and it's about a reminder that it's not about me, it's about we. After you graduate, we encourage you to be a voice in your local community. We also hope that you will be a voice for Clemson and dedicate yourself to servant leadership here on campus and wherever you may go. As you have seen today, the Clemson ring is a very special part of who we are. In fact, I'd like to ask all alumni present today, parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, whoever you may be, please stand and let's show how powerful the Clemson family is. Wow, isn't it amazing to see how big our Clemson network and family is? There are many traditions that surround this simple ring. One of the most significant of those traditions has to do with how you wear it. From now until you graduate, you should wear it so that the ring has the C and your class year facing towards you. This keeps in front of you the goal of being a Clemson graduate. It also should serve as motivation to cherish and make the most out of every moment that you have left here on Clemson's campus. Then comes the next part of this tradition. When you graduate, have another alum or family member turn your ring around and place it on your finger with the C and your class year facing out. As we saw, there are many in this room today that would be honored to do that for you. Having someone special to you do this for you is a reminder of all who have helped and supported you in accomplishing your goal of being a graduate of Clemson University. Once you've graduated with your ring facing outward, everyone to see on your hand, from that moment forward, they will know that you have graduated from one of the best universities in America. We also encourage our alumni receiving your rings today to participate in this ring turning tradition. While the ring will serve as your introduction to others, your impact as an engaged and ever loyal Clemson alum will be determined by the good that you do with your Clemson education. To reinforce that point, the Alumni Association has a very special gift for you today. Students and alumni who receive their ring today, as you leave the tunnel, you will receive a challenge coin such as this one. On one side of the coin is the 1889 ring crest, including Alumni Association's motto, "Ever Loyal." And on the other side is the Alumni Association's Tiger Rag, and the challenging question that you have heard so many times today: how will you serve? Each time you look at this coin, we want you to think about that question. Think about those who came before you, the impact that others have had on your Clemson career, and how you will have an even greater impact as a future Tiger. Our hope is that you will treasure it and that you will keep it someplace where you will see it often and regularly. May your Clemson ring and your challenge coin constantly inspire you to answer that question in your own way by using your Clemson education, your Clemson experience, and make a positive difference in each day in the lives of others, in your local community, and all over the world. May it also inspire you to stay connected to Clemson through all the stages and milestones of your lives. Those shiny new rings will forever remind you of the Clemson Alumni Association, and knowing that it is your lifelong connection to Clemson. And as long as you're in touch with the Clemson Alumni Association, we will keep you in touch with Clemson. Best wishes from the Alumni Association as you approach your graduation and as you move to the next stage of your Clemson experience. Be proud, be fierce, be fiercely ever loyal. Now, if you'll join me and stand as we sing Clemson University Alma Mater.